Welcome to episode 36 of Fresh and Uncooked. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeff.
Jeff and I love to eat, and we know you do too, and we're here every week to talk about new menu items and products, give our opinions on the food we try and enjoy, and almost every episode has its own dedicated topic. I don't know why I said almost every episode, but pretty much every episode has its own dedicated topic, like today's episode, Jeff, which is what?
Cold cuts. And am I old in saying that? Calling them cold cuts?
Cold cuts. You can find out, kids, what cold cuts are in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned. Before we talk about cold cuts, White Castle is going old school with a throwback.
Nice.
Snap, crackle, pop, and cinnamon. Hitting the store shelves soon, and mustard always gets our attention here at Fresh and Uncooked. So I'm going to tell you about 3 new flavors from French's.
That's exciting.
Coming up next in food news.
Any news?
Is there any news?
I have news.
Food news.
Bad news travels fast.
So Jeff, have you heard about the new White Castle slider?
Is this the one that I've gotten an email about from White Castle because they know me?
Probably. It's the first time in several years White Castle has a new permanent menu item, and it's called the 1921 slider.
Okay.
It's inspired by their very first hamburger that was made when they opened in 1921. So it's a little bit thicker than like their sliders now, thicker beef patty, and it's topped with cheddar cheese, caramelized onions, a slice of Roma tomato, lettuce, and pickles. It's like a fully dressed slider that's a little bit thicker, I guess.
All right.
Restaurants in Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, Arizona, New Jersey, and Florida. If you're in New York, you'll have to wait until June. I don't know why. They didn't say, but you have to wait till June.
I'm very excited about this because we finally get it. It's never here. Whatever happens with fast food places, we're trying something new out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not going to be here in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah. And we get it. We're first on the list.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it's available now. So
guess what's happening after this show, Chris?
Get it after the show, Jeff, and tell us about it next week. We already got an assignment.
I will.
Jeff's smiling.
Man, I will.
I'm just curious how much thicker it is.
Yeah, me too.
Because in the you never know with those press photos that all these places send. It looks like the most glamorous burger or whatever in the world, and you get one and you're like, what is this? There's also something else new coming to White Castle to kind of complement the new slider. Thinking 1921, going old school. They're going to be selling Coca-Cola cream soda as a part of this. And you can get this new flavor of Coke at White Castle before you can anywhere else.
That sounds amazing.
So, yeah, if you're a cream soda fan, Coca-Cola apparently is coming out with a cream soda, and White Castle is the first place you can get your hands on it. So, might be a good pairing.
This is great. Christmas is coming early this year.
Yeah. All right.
Man.
So, yeah, some good news from White Castle, our friends at White Castle. They don't know we're friends, but we're friends. Rice Krispies treats, home style cinnamon sugar are now available at grocery stores nationwide.
I always say that I don't like cinnamon, and then I'll try a few things, and I'm like, it's not that bad. It's a Rice Krispie treat. I probably need to try it, right?
You like Rice Krispie? I mean, Rice Krispie treats.
I do. You
you're okay
don't
with those, right? Yeah, they're fine. I'm not a huge marshmallow guy, but I like s'mores, and I'll eat a Rice Krispie treat. So.
See, I feel the same way too. Marshmallows, don't really like them, but marshmallows and Rice Krispie treats, for whatever reason,
this kind of makes sense.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So a cinnamon flavored Rice Krispie treat is part of their home style flavors, which also come in original and chocolate. And if you're unaware, like I was, what the home style Rice Krispie treats are, it's basically 50% bigger when compared to the original Rice Krispie treat that they sold in stores.
Wow, they're coming out with these bigger things. White Castle, Rice Krispie treats. What are they trying to do to me, Chris?
Yeah, so look, make sure it says home style on it. It'll be a little bit bigger. It's priced at $3.99 for 6 bars or $5.24 for 12 bars. Kind of sounds
if you
like
break that down, you have to go for the 12 pack,
12
right?
bars is like way better deal. So there you go. Another thing in grocery stores, the classic yellow mustard brand French's is introduced a new line of creamy mustard spreads in 3 flavors. We love our mustard. Mustard is a good thing to put on your cold cuts that you just brought home from the cold cut store. French's honey chipotle mustard. So spicy honey mustard, smoky honey mustard. They didn't really give descriptions, so we kind of got to give our own.
That sounds good.
A sweet applewood creamy mustard, a little apple flavor to it, maybe good on some pork.
Yeah,
probably be good. And then a creamy
nice ham sandwich.
Yes, a creamy yellow mustard. It's a creamy version of their classic yellow. It's creamy yellow.
Okay.
I don't know because mustard's creamy. Mustard is creamy, so I don't really know what a creamy yellow would be. So I'm intrigued by that. I guess it's just supposed to be a little bit thicker than their classic yellow mustard.
It's following a theme here, Chris.
I don't know.
Of course it's thicker. Everything else has been thicker. Everything that you've talked about so far
is bigger.
I want to try it all. Man, can't take time off from doing this show anymore. Because then everything that you talk about, I want to eat.
I want to try every mustard in the world. So creamy yellow, though, that just intrigues me because I looked everywhere for information on these 3 mustards. And then it dawned on me, you know what? McCormick, French's is owned by McCormick. Went to McCormick. They got to talk about them. No, they barely give descriptions about their new mustards, too. So,
now, are they available yet?
They are. They say they're available. I have not seen them in stores since I saw these, but I don't know. I'm just intrigued on what a creamy yellow mustard is.
Well, it sounds like the journey tonight starts at White Castle and then over to the grocery store to look for some Rice Krispie treats, home style.
Yeah, home style ones.
And some creamy mustard.
Then you got 3 mustards to throw on the cart, too.
Yeah.
That was your food news for episode 36.
Hey, what's new?
What's new? What's new?
What's new?
What's new?
Got something new. I tried something new.
You did?
Space-flavored Coke is out there, Jeff.
Oh, I heard about this.
I got my hands on a cold 20-ounce bottle of Starlight Coca-Cola. So, quick little backstory. Coke is my go-to, right? Just regular old-fashioned Coke. I used to be a Pepsi guy, like back in my younger days. Mountain Dew guy, really. But at some point, I became a Coke person. Okay. I don't know why or exactly when, but again, just straight up Coca-Cola. Not zero, not no sugar, not diet or whatever they call it now. Just regular old-fashioned Coca-Cola, right?
Yeah, I'm a Coca-Cola guy, too. I don't like Pepsi.
I mean, I don't dislike Pepsi, but I just happen to go for Coke.
So at a restaurant, if they come up to you and you say, "Oh, can I have a Coke?" and they're like, "Oh, we have Pepsi. Is that okay?"
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. No, I tell them no. I tell them to bring me an iced tea then.
Jeff just walks out. Yeah. No, that's fine. I don't mind it.
Okay.
But yeah, if I got both in front of me, I'm choosing the Coke. But 20 years ago, no, I'd be choosing the Pepsi. Weird thing. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But anyway, figured I'd give Starlight Coke because I was in a gas station and I wanted to grab a Coke. And I saw Starlight Coke, so I grabbed that. They describe it as a new but familiar great Coca-Cola taste. And I could agree with that because that's exactly how I would describe it. A familiar flavor. So, Jeff, you know when like you get a fountain beverage from wherever, fast food, drive-through, whatever, and the mix, the ratio is kind of off? Like not enough flavor, like it's like carbonated water. That's happened to basically everybody, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Just like the syrup mix is off, or I don't know how it works, but that's familiar, right? And you know when you get like pop goes stale, like it makes me think of like a 2-liter that's been opened and maybe in the fridge for a few days.
Yeah, somebody didn't twist the cap tight enough.
Very flat, stale kind of Coke flavor. That's familiar.
Right.
Well, to me, Coke has managed to combine both of those experiences and called it Starlight.
They're just trying to push off flat Coke on us? Is that what it is?
It's like not enough flavoring when you first get it, like you would at a bad McDonald's fountain machine that isn't working right, but with the aftertaste of flat, stale Coke.
Wow.
So it's like almost nothing in the beginning and then a weird Coke aftertaste.
I don't know if you could describe a more awful type of soda to me.
So it is very familiar. And how they managed to separate. It's almost like everything is separated, and that's how I don't know. It's weird. Give it a D.
Wow.
That's what's new. Episode 36.
Check us out on TikTok at Fresh Uncooked Podcast. Also Instagram and Twitter at Fresh Uncooked.
How was your spring break, Ben? It's been a while.
Oh, it was good. So I know we were talking about, was there anything new that you tried as far as like, I guess, new things?
Mm-hmm.
But there were a couple of new to me things that I tried that have been out there for a while.
Oh, cool.
So I finally tried Oxtail.
Oh, never tried it.
Man, it is good. At least the way this guy prepared it.
Obviously something that's got to be slowly cooked.
Yeah, it's very, very tender. It was served with like brown gravy over rice. It was phenomenal.
Was it?
It was really good.
I don't know if I could try oxtail.
I'm telling you, when you eat this, it's just like really tender meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And hot honey. Have you ever had hot honey?
Not a lot.
How do you feel about hot honey?
I would love some hot honey. I love honey.
I tried some.
I know you're a big honey, premium honey guy. You're not the bare bottle honey guy.
Well, I think with the hot honey, I don't know how premium it is, but it's really good. Hot honey, man, on chicken, on potatoes, on pizza.
Pizza?
It's good stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Just pouring that on everything.
Yeah, so I went to this restaurant, this pizzeria, and they're the ones who told me about it. They're like, oh, you need to try this pizza with the hot honey. It's really good. And it is. And here's the best thing about this pizza, too. They make Detroit-style pizza.
Okay, so you got me excited there. Was it a certain kind of topping that they recommended, or was it pepperoni and sausage, and they're like, hey, you got to try it with hot honey, or did you have
They just said you need to try it on your pizza.
prosciutto and arugula going on the pizza or something?
Yeah, this was just, I think both times I just had pepperoni and cheese.
Okay. And they still were like, try the hot honey, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Detroit style pizza, you said?
Oh, yeah.
You try it?
As a matter of fact, I had it twice, Chris, since we last spoke.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, there was a thing that happened. Lake County Restaurant Week happened, Chris, like while we were not here.
Yeah.
And man, I definitely did some things for Lake County Restaurant Week.
Yeah, you tried some good food, huh? Did they say hot honey on the Detroit style too?
Yeah, that's the way I had it.
Oh, okay. I thought you had something different, and then you said, oh, this place has Detroit style as well.
Their roasted chicken, also really good.
Roasted chicken.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I've heard that term many times in my life, but I couldn't tell you how to make a roasted chicken.
I'm just saying, if you want to go for Detroit style pizza and roasted chicken and then put some hot honey on it, I know of a place to go.
It's the same place?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a show meeting soon.
Oh, he would let us have a show meeting there. We could probably do a broadcast from there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now I'm really hungry. And I had chicken for dinner like 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago.
I didn't have dinner yet, but I'm going to White Castle. So
in the grocery store. So, Jeff, when you're at the store and you're in the mood for some cold cuts, what's your go-to deli meat? As I make fun of the cold cut term.
What should I do? 3 or 5? How many can you do?
3 or 5? Jeff, give me 1 cold cut. Can I give you 3 or 5?
Okay.
Well, I would say your go-to, your number one.
The number one?
Number one. I mean, how often are you getting cold cuts?
I think hard salami.
Ooh. Yeah, your number one beats my number one.
Does it?
Yeah. I mean, I get this every week.
All right.
Turkey.
Okay. Now, earlier this week, I had I haven't made sandwiches at home for quite a while.
Oh, I always make sandwiches.
And this week I had a craving. The 2 things I bought, salami, hard salami, and turkey.
Yeah, turkey sandwich. I love it. I can't get sick of it. Probably a lot of sodium. Turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
But,
processed meats are not good for you, but everything in moderation, right?
Yeah, not when it comes to a turkey sandwich. Yeah, no, salami's on my list, but turkey's definitely my go-to. And I always go snooty at the deli counter. I don't know if it's any different as far as like preservatives go. But I'm usually going with whatever that deli sells in their high end, like Boar's Head or Dietz and Watson.
Okay.
I'm not going with whatever's on sale with the store brand or, the generic brand or the Sara Lee. I don't know if that really makes much difference, paying the extra $1 or $2 a pound. But the taste is there, and they say it's, uses better chemicals, I guess. So I believe them. But lately, Boar's Head, they have a Pitmaster, I believe it's called Pitmaster turkey, and it is just fabulous. Good turkey.
So is it a smoked turkey? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Pitcraft. Maybe it's called Pitcraft. Yeah, Pitcraft smoked turkey. It's fairly new. I believe it came out earlier this year. And yeah, it's awesome. If you're a fan of smoked turkey, highly recommend it. Yeah, I usually go with a mesquite or like a pepper turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually how I roll, but I like salami too. There's Genoa salami and hard salami.
Yes.
You like the hard salami.
I won't turn away Genoa salami though either. I'm pretty good with any type of salami.
I mean, salami's good stuff.
Yeah, it's probably not good. It's definitely not good for you.
No.
But it is good. It's tasty.
But it's fantastic.
It does. It has a lot of flavor going on.
I would lean the hard salami route before Genoa salami, because it seems like every time I've ever had Genoa salami, it's different.
Really?
Hard salami, you could get anywhere, anytime. It's hard salami. That's what it is. Genoa salami, though, just tastes different and looks different even every time I think I've ever had it. I've seen it with like the little peppercorns in it. I've seen it without. It seems different to me. I don't know.
I maybe should have researched that a little bit more, but I'm not sure of what the distinction is between the two.
I couldn't tell you.
But they are very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure that there's some of those manufacturers of charcuterie and meats, deli meats, cold cuts that probably use the exact same recipe for both.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like the Coke. It's like the Coke. They basically just use the.
They just had a big batch of bad Coke and they called it Space Coke.
The B stock.
Something kind of similar to salami, same family, and I'd be shocked if you'd be upset if the wife came home with some sliced summer sausage from the deli.
Ooh, summer sausage is good.
Summer sausage is great. It's usually big around the holidays. You see it with the cheese and crackers, log of it, but it's also, a cold cut. You can get that, you can get some beef summer sausage for your sandwich. I'm
feeling very nostalgic once you said summer sausage. So I have family in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Ah, yes.
That is home to Johnsonville.
Yes, it is.
And then it's Old Wisconsin too. Old Wisconsin, I think, is a meat thing up there as well. Mm-hmm. And we would go up there every summer, like when I was a kid, just to visit family and like a family picnic and all that stuff. And we always got those big like rolls of summer sausage.
Yes.
And you would just cut like a big thick piece. When I think of summer sausage, I don't really think about the deli kind too much. I just think of these smaller ones.
Yeah, most people, like I said, cheese like for cheese and crackers or something,
Yeah. Charcuterie before it was even a thing.
Right. I think that's definitely how most people think of summer sausage for sure.
But man, that stuff is just delicious.
Oh yeah. No,
oh good. My God. Now I know I'm going this summer.
But it's also good, between two pieces of bread with a little cheese and mustard.
Yes, indeed.
It's a good sandwich.
Man, that's a Wisconsin sandwich right there. that is upper Midwest. Oh, all right. So another one of my favorites, I would say corned beef.
Ooh.
As a cold cut. Now, I know a lot of people have corned beef, just regular, corned beef that's
the whole brisket.
That's hot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know what? I honestly didn't think of that. Corned beef, pastrami.
Well, that would be my third one, pastrami.
that was on there, yeah.
Once again, very similar, but man, those are just two very salty, cured pieces of meat that are delicious.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I actually love to talk about these. Talk about this in one of our episodes. I just got a brand new smoker, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
Mother's Day, had a bunch of family over, visiting mom, and made a big old pastrami in the smoker.
Really?
Yeah, I have to tell you about that. Man. It is Memorial Day coming up. We might just have to do a barbecue grilling episode soon.
Absolutely. I'm all for it.
But yeah, no, corned beef and pastrami. You know what? I apologize to the corned beef and pastrami and all the world. I did not even think of that. But yeah, great cold cut. Pile it high on rye. You're set. Again, mustard. I think we discussed this in our sandwich episode, one of our first episodes. Mustard, I think, became the official condiment of Fresh and Uncooked back then. And we're describing all these deli meats, and we're, at least I am. I'm throwing mustard on half of these, except turkey. I can't do it with turkey. Turkey's where mayonnaise goes, at least in my book.
You won't do mustard at all on turkey?
Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Mayonnaise mixed with a little mustard sometimes on turkey.
Okay.
Maybe like a deli mustard, a brown mustard.
Or Dijon mustard on turkey?
Any of those, but not by itself. Mustard comes on the turkey sandwich. It's mixed with mayonnaise. I'm going to get fancy here, Jeff, with my next one. What do you think is fancy at the cold cut counter? Well,
are you speaking of perhaps a prosciutto?
No, I am thinking Europe, but I am not going to Italy. And I don't know if this is necessarily English, but I'm talking about London broil. Have you ever had London broil?
I have.
I don't know why it's called London broil. It's just really rare roast beef that's usually $13 a pound. But it's good stuff.
It very much has an elegance in the name.
Yes. I like London broil. I go into my secret stash and I pull out a couple of packets of horsey sauce from Arby's.
Nice.
And that goes on a nice pile of London broil. Good, very rare with some different kind of seasoning. I don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
What exactly is a London broil, but it's good stuff.
So do you put that on an onion roll ever?
Ooh.
That sounds like something that might be great on an onion roll.
I probably have. I've put many things on onion rolls. That onion rolls, underrated.
True. Very true.
Yeah. Good 4 or 5 pack of onion roll from the bakery. Head over that deli counter and you're having yourself a fantastic night.
I am creating a grocery list as we speak.
But you did mention prosciutto, and yes, very rare that I get it. But prosciutto's on the list.
Yeah, the texture of it as of late has been really kind of bothering me. So I don't know. I'm taking a break from prosciutto for a little bit.
Yeah, I usually just kind of crisp it up in a pan most of the time.
See, that's what I need to do.
I'll crisp it up in a pan. I'm trying to, very rarely I'll make some eggs Benedict at home. And I'll kind of, might grab a few slices of prosciutto. It's so expensive, but you get 3, 4 slices. That's plenty. It's so strong. It's not like bacon where you can just kind of eat strips and strips of bacon.
Right.
Prosciutto, 1 or 2 of them, you're kind of like, okay, at least that's how I feel. But pancetta is kind of in the same family.
Pancetta is really good.
Pancetta is something that I probably use pancetta a little bit more than prosciutto, just in recipes that, and stuff. But
pancetta with Brussels sprouts, man.
Ooh, that I've never tried. And I love some roasted Brussels sprouts. But
yeah, that is next level right there.
I'll have to do that for sure. I make lemon spaghetti that I'll usually start with a little pancetta.
Oh my God.
That
sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And spaghetti's beneath me, of course, but
That's right. Even lemon spaghetti with frickin' pancetta?
No, I think that can't, how could that be beneath anyone?
Oh, man. Those are my go-tos when it comes to cold cuts for sure. Or deli meat, if, we're in 2022. Delis are just cool.
Delis are the best.
I think if I lived in New York City, Brooklyn or something, I think I would probably just live at a deli. Because I couldn't. Delis like that, how I'm picturing them. I've never even been in New York, so I don't even know what a New York deli looks like. But, I've seen pictures, I've seen videos, and it looks like a cool, just a huge deli. That's like an amusement park to me. That's good stuff.
I went to that Cat's deli.
Yeah.
And they have like the best corned beef in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And they legit do. It was so good. It was a $20 sandwich, I think. Maybe more, but it was delicious.
Oh, yeah. And worth every penny, I'm sure.
As a matter of fact, I might have had a pastrami and a corned beef while I was there.
I think you've talked about that. Yeah, I think you have. I mean, it sounds more you you know.
Yeah, it does.
When so
It's like, I'm not coming back here anytime soon. Give me both, please.
just like, I might have had both. And everyone's like, yeah, you probably did. Yeah,
You
that's
probably did. I'm not going to put that past you. Wow. My reputation precedes me.
I just see like big jars of pickles and just pounds and pounds of different cheeses and meats. It's good stuff.
It really is. I don't know if we talked about 5 of them, but how you were talking about something very elegant and very...
You got an elegant one for us?
No, I have the exact opposite.
Oh.
This one, and this is when it fell out of favor for me for quite a long time.
Oh.
But a couple of years ago, I was reintroduced to it, and I think it's the way that you prepare it. Maybe where it's not necessarily cold anymore. It's a cold cut. At least it starts that way. But then there's things you can do to it where it just elevates it. It becomes next level.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about bologna.
Oh my God.
Right? Am I right?
No.
Are you serious?
Hard pass on bologna, man. Yeah.
Fried bologna? You've never had fried bologna or smoked bologna?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man.
I mean, I've had plenty of bologna, but yeah, even as a kid, like a bologna sandwich, I never really liked those. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, I understand. And you know what? You can get bologna. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. And for a long time, I didn't like it. I had so much bologna when I was a kid. Oh, I really did.
Yeah.
But then like fried bologna, it just does something to it. It just changes it altogether. I had jalapeno bologna that I fried up too. That was really good. I've had smoked bologna sandwiches from different barbecue places, barbecue food trucks and all that. Man, that is good too.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, there's something the way that the smoke gets into that pork. It's a pork and smoke type of marriage that, man, those always seem to work.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not lying there.
I think we need to have you maybe reevaluate this whole bologna thing. In the smoker, man. Oh,
Smoker. Maybe. I guess if that was the one way I would try it again, why not in the smoker? What about mortadella? It's kind of like a fancy bologna, right?
yeah, that's not bad.
I'm sure I've had mortadella we're both the same way. We go to a sub place, we're getting the Italian most likely.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a few of those subs, I've had mortadella on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of Italian bologna. So I'm sure I've had it recently, but
It has a weird look to it, right?
yeah, because it's usually got stuff in it.
Yeah. It's really what it is, too. I don't know what it is. It is definitely stuff.
I mean, it's got stuff in it no matter if
Yeah.
it's bologna or mortadella, but then mortadella's
Right.
got, usually the stuff in the mortadella is more identifiable than the, oh, look, they got olives sliced in their mortadella loaf.
Oh,
But the rest
they
of the
have
loaf
olive
is-
loaf? Oh, that's different, too, man. That is different.
Thanks for listening to episode 36. Thanks for sticking with us. We had our extended spring break, but back on schedule to continue season 2. Don't forget to check us out on social media at Fresh Uncooked and at Fresh Uncooked Podcast. Email the show. Check out our show notes for more information on everything we talked about. Jeff, until next week.
Enjoy what you eat.